My name is Mike O'Toole. I'm with QS Technologies. We manufacture wiring cables. But I've got two thoughts that I'd pass. One's a pendulum thought and one's an accountability thought. Pendulum thought is that we seem to have moved the pendulum that all employees are good and all companies are bad. We recently had an experience with our company where an employee quit. And I'll emphasize the word quit. Within a week or two, we received a notice that the employee has applied for unemployment compensation. We then had to spend 2 days of gathering information, then going to a hearing. The employee didn't show up at the hearing. The officer took the approach that we must be a lousy place to work because why else would this employee quit? The employee not being there, we didn't have any way of investigating ourselves. Long and short of it today is that employee is collecting unemployment. I find that just fundamentally wrong. So until that pendulum is moved back where companies can actually be considered good and not all employees are actually good. The view I have is accountability. I was fortunate on the first day of last legislation session. I was in a house and I heard every speaker get up saying this is the legislation about creating jobs. We're going to create jobs. The number of bills that have been passed in that legislation, how many actually created any job? And I think the perception certainly is none. The accountability is we can talk all day long to this group. I see behind you a wonderful list of things we'd like to probably further discuss. But until we get the elected officials that can act upon it, and until we balance out a supermajority that is obviously against all this, I would encourage everybody in this room, go back to your local towns, get involved in your local town committees, get the people elected or at least involved, because unfortunately, in the town that I'm in, we're not as active as I'd like to see us. But the message from yourself and the GOP state is to get people involved to support this list so people don't leave the state. Simple. Accountability, pendulum. Thank you again for having us here today.